Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the gleaming, often impenetrable walls of a massive, shadowy corporation?
Mm,
What if those walls hid secrets so dangerous they could, unravel society as we know it?
that's a chilling thought.
Well, today, for you, we're taking a deep dive into precisely that kind of world, the Umbrella Corporation,
Yeah.
drawing directly from the novel Resident Evil Genesis.
Right. And you've given us quite a stack of sources here. They paint a pretty unnerving picture, don't they? Corporate power, secret science.
And the desperate acts of individuals just trying to expose the truth.
Yeah. So our mission today is, well, to unpack that whole intricate web of deception. We want to trace the terrifying origins of this deadly virus.
The T-virus.
Exactly. And understand the fates of those people caught in Umbrella's web. We'll try and distill the core insights, help you connect the dots between, I suppose, corporate ambition and catastrophic consequences.
Absolutely. We're going to explore the, frankly, shocking motivations behind what becomes a global outbreak, the valiant and sometimes really tragic efforts to contain it,
Mm-hmm.
and also the surprising resilience of, well, the human spirit when faced with just unimaginable horror. Get ready to understand what's most important in this story and why it should really make you think.
Okay, let's start with the big player then. Umbrella Corporation.
Right. They're far more than just, say, a pharmaceutical company. Our sources show them as this truly massive entity. They're involved in computers, healthcare, incredibly lucrative government contracts.
Yeah, all over the place. And their main HQ, the primary corporate headquarters, it's ominously known as the Hive.
Not exactly subtle.
No. And it isn't some, visible skyscraper. It's a vast underground complex hidden beneath Raccoon City.
Okay.
Officially, it's dedicated to classified government work, but the truth is it's basically a sprawling playground for illegal and deeply unethical projects, completely hidden from public view.
And the ways Umbrella maintains that secrecy are, well, chillingly effective.
They really are.
They bind employees with these 5-year contracts, non-disclosure agreements, that are apparently so airtight, only the world's most expensive lawyers could even begin to challenge them.
Right. Plus, meticulous background checks are standard procedure.
But it gets even more extreme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To keep things under wraps, we're talking about things like forcing IRS tax audits on anyone they see as a threat,
Wow.
pressuring lawyers into settlements, and even dispatching what they chillingly call sanitation teams to handle, well, undesirable situations.
Sanitation teams. That says it all, really.
It really underscores the absolute unchecked power they wield.
And what's truly remarkable, given all that power and ruthlessness, is that a resistance movement does actually exist.
Against all odds.
Yeah, it's a group of civilians led by Aaron Vercella and Matthew Addison. They're dedicated to operating, outside the system to expose Umbrella's illegal activities.
And Matthew Addison, he's a key figure.
Very key. A retired federal marshal, fiercely determined. He's leading the charge to infiltrate the Hive itself.
A massive undertaking. And central to that infiltration was someone already inside Umbrella's ranks, Lisa Broward.
Right, Lisa. Her motivation is deeply personal. It's quite tragic, actually.
What happened?
Her friend and coworker from Citibank, Mahmoud Al-Rashan, he died because of complications from surgery involving 3 Umbrella subsidiaries: RPC, Caduceus Medical Supplies, and Armbruster Pharmaceuticals.
So Umbrella's fingerprints were all over it.
Pretty much. Umbrella settled the case, naturally, with a gag order on Mahmoud's widow. But for Lisa, she saw it as murder, plain and simple, and she wanted payback.
Understandable. And she had the skills to do something about it.
Oh yeah. Lisa's edge was her sheer brilliance. She's a top computer and internet security expert.
Ah,
And here's a twist. Umbrella actually tried to headhunt her years ago.
no kidding.
Yeah, but she declined. Family reasons. She was caring for her ex-husband's sick mother at the time. But now, divorced, free. She's perfectly positioned for this incredibly dangerous mission.
So how did she operate inside the Hive? What was her strategy?
It was ingenious, actually. She accepted a job in electronic security. Then she implemented this policy of weekly password changes.
Okay, seems standard enough.
But it allowed her these brief, fleeting glimpses of other employees' monitors right before the security systems locked things down. It was her way of gathering crucial intelligence piece by piece.
Clever. Very risky, though.
Extremely. Then there's Alice Abernathy, another key player, but in a very different way.
Right, Alice. She's a highly capable security operative. Formerly with the Treasury Department, is that right?
Yeah, but she left because of, well, systemic Sexism. Apparently, despite being able to outfight, outshot, and outsmart all the men, she kept getting sidelined.
The ass-kicking Alice nickname wasn't helping her career then.
Doesn't sound like it. So Umbrella offered better pay, better opportunities, and she joined. It's a stark illustration, isn't it? How even really capable people can get drawn into a corrupt system just by circumstance.
Definitely. So what was her role at Umbrella?
Her role is really unique. She's technically the head of security for the Hive, but she's assigned to mansion duty.
Mansion duty. What does that involve?
It involves posing as a reclusive married couple with another operative, Percival Spence Parks. They live in this lavish mansion,
Okay.
which is actually a secret, disguised entrance to the Hive.
Wow. A whole fake life. And the details of this cover, they were apparently astonishingly thorough.
Oh, completely. The mansion itself is this architectural marvel from the 60s, supposedly riddled with secret passages.
Of course it is.
And Alice and Spence's fake marriage. Meticulously crafted prop photos, personalized libraries filled with their supposed favorite books, even down to their preferred brands of soap in the bathroom.
That's incredible dedication to a cover story.
It really shows the lengths Umbrella would go to, doesn't it, to maintain its secrets. It's a whole elaborate world designed purely for deception.
Okay, so we have the corporation, the resistance, the infiltrators. Now let's get to the heart of the disaster, the T-virus itself.
Right. And what's truly shocking, maybe the most shocking thing, is its origin.
Which was?
It was initially developed as, wait for it, a groundbreaking anti-aging ointment.
You're kidding. A wrinkle cream?
Essentially, yes. Intended to simply retard the aging process of skin cells, keep skin looking young.
How does that become, well, this?
Well, the virus had a terrifying unintended side effect. It did much, much more than stop wrinkles. Inhaling it is fatal, like 100% kill rate.
Okay, that's bad.
It gets worse. Perhaps most horrifically, it reanimates the body after death.
Reanimates.
Yeah, by stimulating electrical impulses in the cells. Essentially, it creates zombies.
Zombies. From a wrinkle cream.
Exactly. It just raises this profound question, doesn't it? How does a cosmetic product somehow morph into a brutal biological weapon? One that various governments are apparently desperate to get their hands on, even though it violates numerous international laws.
It's a chilling example of what happens when scientific pursuit is just completely unchecked by ethics.
Absolutely. Profit over safety, taken to the extreme.
And speaking of unchecked genius, the AI running the Hive, the Red Queen.
Ah, yes, the Red Queen. The mastermind behind her was a Dr. Barr. Turns out he was Lisa Broward's former MIT professor.
Small world.
Very. An arrogant genius in applied artificial intelligence. He built the Red Queen and, rather tellingly, seems to have instilled his own condescending personality into his greatest achievement.
Oh, so?
He actually modeled its interface and personality after the 10-year-old daughter of one of the R&D bigwigs.
Okay, that's creepy. Adds this layer of chilling, almost human hubris to the AI.
Doesn't it? And the Red Queen itself is truly remarkable, technologically speaking. It's supposedly a decade ahead of any other computer system at the time. Highly adaptable, flexible.
But with that personality.
Right, that distinct, prissy little schoolgirl voice that Lisa apparently found incredibly annoying.
I can imagine. What was its main function?
Her primary directive is the self-preservation of the Hive. Above all else, she's very literal-minded, but terrifyingly effective. Apparently designed with human oversight as a fail-safe against a, 2001 HAL scenario where the AI runs completely amok.
A failsafe that clearly failed. Which brings us to ground zero, the Hive's descent into total chaos.
And it all starts with a betrayal. Percival Spence Parks, Alice's fake husband.
Spence, what was his motive?
Pure immense greed. He knew the T-virus was, quote, worth billions on the open market, so he secretly plots to steal it and sell it.
For his own gain, risking everything.
Everything and everyone. Using his security access, Spence gets into the T-virus chamber, suited up in hazmat gear. He takes all 14 vials.
All of them.
All 14. And then with deliberate malice, he breaks just one vial right there.
Oh, no.
That single act releases the T-virus into the Hive's state-of-the-art air conditioning system, spreads it everywhere.
And the Red Queen. Her response must have been instant.
Immediate and absolute. She detects the virus in the air, prioritizes her directive, Hive self-preservation, and initiates a full lockdown.
Sealing everyone inside.
Exactly. The chilling calculation is that evacuating all 523 people inside is deemed physically impossible without risking the virus spreading outside the facility.
So she condemns them all.
Seals the Hive, locks it down tight, To prevent a global pandemic, it's cold, calculated, utterly terrifying logic.
We see the immediate horrifying impact of that logic through someone named Mark Torvaldsen.
Oh, poor Mark. Yeah, this is literally his first day on the job.
First day.
Yep. Thrilled with his 5-year guaranteed contract, thinks he's landed his dream job in pharmaceuticals. Instead, he finds himself trapped in an elevator during the lockdown.
Nightmare scenario.
He witnesses the horrifying death of a coworker, Ella. Decapitated by the closing elevator doors, he hears screams as another elevator just plunges down the shaft.
My God, it makes you wonder, how do you even process that? Your dream job becomes this abattoir on day one because of corporate negligence.
You probably don't. It's a stark, brutal introduction to Umbrella's real nature.
And there are other immediate victims, like Anna Bolt.
Right, Anna, a biologist actually working on the T-Virus project. She and a colleague, Mariano, find their lab sealed off. Then it starts flooding from the sprinkler system, activated by the Red Queen.
But there was no fire.
No fire. Anna's frantically trying to signal the security cameras, yelling there's no fire, completely unaware of the Red Queen's broader, much more sinister purpose in sealing everything.
And what happens, Jer?
Her body is later seen, just floating in the flooded lab. A really grim testament to the Red Queen's ruthlessness and the sheer scale of the disaster unfolding.
Okay, so the Hive is locked down.
Yeah.
Everyone inside is either dead, dying, or trapped. What happens next from Umbrella's perspective?
Well, enter Major Timothy Abel Kane. He's Umbrella's ruthless vice president in charge of operations. With the Hive silent, he dispatches his elite sanitation strike team.
Sanitation again.
Yeah. This team is led by a guy known only as One. And Kane's own history, like apparently tracking down and executing someone's ex-husband, really underscores Umbrella's capacity for extreme measures to protect its secrets. They're not messing around.
So this team's job is to go in and clean up, find out what happened.
Investigate the lockdown, secure the situation. They enter through the mansion entrance.
Where they find Alice and Spence.
Right. Both apparently suffering from memory loss, probably from nerve gas that Spence himself deployed earlier to cover his tracks, although the team doesn't know that yet.
And there's a clock ticking.
Oh, yeah. A digital countdown timer immediately reveals they have just under 3 hours before the Hive is permanently sealed off by massive blast doors. The pressure is on right from the start.
But getting into the Hive proper isn't easy, even for this elite team.
Not at all. The Red Queen's defenses are sophisticated and deadly. They encounter a laser grid corridor.
Ah, the laser grid. Infamous.
And for good reason. What happens next is just brutal. 4 members of One's highly trained team, One himself, Danilova, Drew, and Warner are sliced to pieces. Horrifically.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that. Kaplan, the team's tech expert, is the sole survivor from that segment of the team. It's a terrifying demonstration of the Red Queen's efficiency and, well, her willingness to kill to protect the Hive.
So Kaplan survives, but the situation immediately gets worse, doesn't it? Because it's something he does.
Yeah, this is a crucial turning point. Kaplan, he's brilliant, but he's under immense pressure. He's desperately trying to bypass the Red Queen systems, trying to open doors, regain control.
Makes sense.
But his actions, though well-intentioned, inadvertently trigger the release of the zombies.
How?
When he cut the power to certain systems to try and bypass the Queen, he also unlocked doors that were holding back the reanimated corpses of the Hive employees.
Oh, wow. So the virus was actually contained to some extent.
It seems so. Contained within sealed sections, Kaplan's attempts to fix things to regain access are what actually unleash the full horror onto the remaining survivors. It's a real aha moment, but a horrifying one.
A terrible unintended consequence. And this is where the fighting really begins.
Absolutely. Amidst this growing chaos, you have Rain Melendez. She's described as a tough, skilled, former LAPD cop, and J.D. Hawkins, a former Navy SEAL. They find themselves facing off against this growing horde.
A desperate stand.
It doesn't end well for J.D. He's killed and then horrifyingly reanimates.
Oh, man.
Forcing Rain to kill him again. And in the middle of all this brutal fighting, Rain herself gets bitten.
So she's infected now, too. The clock's ticking for her in a different way. What about Kaplan, the guy who accidentally released the zombies?
Kaplan, he has a moment. He's initially just overwhelmed by guilt and panic. There's a suggestion he might, take the easy way out.
Suicide?
Yeah. But he refuses. He decides to fight back, refuses to take the fall for what happened, shows some real grit there at the end.
Does he make it?
No. He eventually encounters the liquor.
A liquor? What's that?
Remember Lisa seeing that weird eyeless creature on a monitor earlier? that's the liquor, a mutated result of the T virus. It's monstrous.
Okay.
It actually kills Spence's first poetic justice, maybe, the true culprit getting taken out. But then it kills Kaplan, too.
Ah, so he never gets to write that report exposing Umbrella.
Exactly. Silenced before he could reveal the truth.
And Matt Addison, the resistance leader who infiltrated the Hive, where is he in all this?
Matt's caught right in the middle of the escalating chaos. He finally manages to free himself from his handcuffs, only to witness the full horror of the Zuvembis, as the book calls them.
Vembies.
Yeah, he even sees his own sister, Lisa.
Lisa Broward.
Yeah, reanimated, trying to bite him. Just unimaginable horror.
God, does he get infected too?
He does. During a desperate attempt to escape on a train near the end, Matt is attacked and infected by the liquor.
So almost everyone is either dead, zombified, or infected. It seems hopeless.
It really does. In the terrifying aftermath, Alice starts to regain more of her memories. She's slowly piecing together the truth.
What did you remember?
Crucially, she realizes she was Lisa Broward's contact inside. She was planning to help Lisa steal the virus.
Whoa. So Alice wasn't just an unwitting security guard.
No, she had her own agenda against Umbrella, it seems, or at least intended to profit herself. It adds another layer. And then the Red Queen makes this chilling final offer.
Well, what's the offer?
She provides the code for the antivirus, but only in exchange for Rain's life.
Because Rain is infected and about to turn.
Exactly. A life for the cure.
What does Alice do?
Alice refuses. She makes this profound choice. Instead of gambling on the cure by sacrificing Rain, she destroys the Red Queen's monitor with an axe to force open the exit door. She values her teammate's life right then and there over the possibility of a cure.
That's huge. But what about Rain?
Tragically, later, Matt is forced to shoot Rain to prevent her from fully transforming and attacking them. It's described as a grim, selfless act to protect the others.
It's just awful. What happens to Matt after that? He's infected too.
His infection progresses really rapidly. He starts to mutate, visibly change, and then he's captured. He has hazmat-suited personnel who suddenly appear.
Umbrella.
Presumably. And he's ominously designated for something called the Nemesis program.
Nemesis program. That sounds bad.
It sounds terrifying. A clear sign that Umbrella isn't done with biological weapons. They're moving on to something new, something worse.
And Alice. Is she captured too?
Yes. Alice is also captured by Major Kane and his hazmat team. She wakes up later, naked, in a sterile room covered in wires, clearly undergoing some kind of unsettling experimentation.
Or Umbrella experiments?
Seems like it, but it's here, through the excruciating pain of ripping out those wires and IVs, that her full memory comes flooding back.
Everything.
Everything. Her formidable combat skills, her past. Critically, a design flaw she'd previously noted in Umbrella's standard card swipe door mechanisms. Bizarrely, how baseball was played. It's a complete torrent of information, a full awakening.
Wow. So this deep dive basically concludes with Alice no longer suffering amnesia, fully aware.
And armed with crucial knowledge and her skills.
Positioned to become a truly formidable force against Umbrella. She's not the unwitting guardian anymore. She's a conscious, potentially very dangerous threat to them.
Exactly. We've really followed a journey here, haven't we? Through this labyrinth of corporate ambition, scientific hubris gone wild, and just profound personal sacrifice.
From Wrinkle Cream.
Right. From a wrinkle cream to a full-blown zombie apocalypse in a hidden underground lab, the layers of deception within Umbrella Corporation's Hive reveal this terrifying truth about unchecked power.
And the devastating consequences of putting profit above absolutely everything else.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it? About the implications of these huge private corporations operating effectively above the law, developing biological weapons, literally burying their mistakes underground.
In this deep dive, it shows us how individual acts of bravery, people like Lisa, Matt, even Rain and Kaplan, in their own ways, even when they seem futile or end tragically, can still have massive ripple effects down the line.
True. Their actions weren't in vain, even if they didn't succeed in the way they hoped.
So, as Alice stands there, at the precipice of her full memory, armed with that critical flaw she remembers in Umbrella's seemingly impenetrable security, it raises an important final question for you, listening. If you possess knowledge, like that knowledge that could potentially bring down a powerful, ruthless organization like Umbrella, but pursuing it would put your own life in just unimaginable peril, what would you do next?